Hi, my name is John Broderick. Today I'm going to show you a quick, easy, and fun way to dress up an everyday mirror. Now, I can't promise you that the view is going to change, but the look of the mirror definitely will. So we're going to start with the things we're going to need to accomplish this product. First, you need a tape measure. The second thing is going to be a miter box and saw. You'll need some wood glue. You're going to have to go out and buy some decorative trim. I picked a pretty basic trim here, but feel free to buy something a little bit more decorative. I bought this pre-primed. You can actually go to a hobby store and buy some pre-painted decorative trim if you'd like to take that route. We're going to need a staple gun, industrial type, some blue painter's tape, and of course a level. Now to get started, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure your existing mirror that's on your wall. So be sure to take the width of the mirror and the height measurements, and you're going to want to multiply this by 2 because you want to cover all the sides of the mirror. All right? Now make sure that you add a few inches because you're going to end up making some cuts, so you want to allow for enough material for the entire project. Once you've got all your measurements and you've gone and bought your trim, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your trim. Now I pre-cut my trim here, but yours is going to come in a long strip, so you're going to want to make your 45-degree cuts in your miter box. Now, don't be scared of the miter box. It's actually a pretty easy tool to use. It's not going to bite you. These two little pegs here are actually put in so that you can clamp in your wood as you're cutting it so it holds it stable. And you're going to want to pull the trim to where you want to make your cut. Make sure that you measure the outside length of your mirror, and I'd add about a ½ inch so you cover all the edges of the mirror. And then you want to put this in at the 45-degree mark, insert your saw, and then simply cut your trim. Now you're going to repeat this process for all the sides of the mirror. Make sure that when you're cutting, that as you make this cut, you're going to want to flip your trim around as such and put it in to cut the 45 so that you have matching 45s. You want your 45s pointing in the same direction like we have here on all of your pieces, because eventually these are going to go together to make a square. Okay? Now the next step is the gluing process. Now we all learned this in kindergarten, so hopefully you're an expert at gluing. If not, then you might want to go back to school. But pretty simple. The staple is going to be to hold everything in place. So the first step is going to be to put a small bead of glue on our cut. Then we're going to join these together as such, and we're going to staple. Now the staples are really just to hold it in place while the glue is drying. So when you have this lined up, just go ahead and shoot a staple. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect when you staple it. Like I said, they're just to hold it together. I've already stapled this side right here. When you have all sides stapled and you flip it over, try to be careful doing it, you're still going to have your bead of glue. And as you can see, the staple helps from the backside to hold it while your glue is the one that's going to join it. And rub your finger over to make sure everything is smooth. Once we have all 4 sides stapled and glued, then we're going to let it sit and dry. That's when we're going to do our decorative paint. Now, like I said, you can buy it already painted, pre-painted decorative trim, or you can just buy some simple plain casing and then do a decorative finish yourself. So let's go on over and see the finished product ready to install on the mirror. All right, now we're ready for the final step, which is the installation. Now, as you can see, this is my pre-finished mirror, which I've put a little bit of gold glazing on. You can buy decorative trim that's already painted, or pick whatever color you want to match your existing paint in your bathroom. The installation is very simple. We're going to put a bead of silicone around the back of the mirror, which I've already done, and then we're just going to line it up. Make sure you get it evenly top and bottom and left to right with the mirror. And I always have a few pieces of tape ready to go. Make sure you use painter's tape, which is a blue tape. This is designed so you can stick it over a painted surface without it taking the paint off when you remove it. So we're going to go ahead and tape this in place. And then the final step is to make sure we're level, which we are, perfectly level. If you need to make an adjustment, you can. You can raise it up a little bit and retape. But we should be good to go here. You're going to want to let that set for at least 12 to 24 hours so the silicone can cure. Remove your tape, and you're good to go. I'm John Broderick, and this was Easy to Do.